First, talk about coming off that big win last night, driving to Murfreesboro. I know I asked you before, but I mean, just what was your night like after that game? I mean,
well, me and my brother-in-law Troy, we went ahead and packed the bag. We didn't tell many people, just in case we won the game. We wanted to head on last night, try to get a good night's sleep, so we didn't have to get up so early and drive this morning. Since we were already in Knoxville, we thought we'd come on down. So it was a good trip. We was able to reflect on the game a lot, talk about how good the Lord's been to us, and just an exciting time of year for anybody that's here, really. Trying to find out who you're playing, then find out information about them, what time you're playing, where you're staying, just a lot of information. Real busy, real hectic time. I'll be glad when Wednesday comes and you actually get back to just where you're coaching.
when you think about last night, is there a certain moment that stands out when you're replaying it, or I mean, just trying to replay the whole game? Or
so many of them. I mean, we had so many kids hit big shots. Of course, Lauren's big one to put us in overtime, and then the Payne twins played great. We hadn't got that out of both of them in the same game yet, and for both of them to play so well in such an important game was huge. Of course, even our role players, Kaylin and Macy, made big plays. And then, of course, you got Caitlin and Mandy. They held down the fort for us all year, and I could think of each kid that played last night and think of a big moment that each one of them had that helped us win that game. So, yeah, that game's full of memories. We'll be thinking about that one for a long time.
Just your third trip down here. I know Mindy's the only one that's been here before. What do you kind of relay to your kids and maybe help them come down here more comfortable? Or?
Yeah, Mackenzie came too that year, but we moved her up right before the tournament started. So, she didn't play a whole lot on that team, but she was down here. So hopefully those two, we can lean on them a little bit for some, just getting us used to our surroundings, and maybe for a confidence standpoint, maybe they'll be able to share some tips with them. I don't know. I don't think you can ever get used to this, and it's been so long. Mindy was a freshman, so it's not like we were just down here last year. So it'll be new for all of us, really. It's been a while.
Draw Jackson County. I mean, they've been to 5 straight state tournaments, one last year.
Yeah.
Seems like they may have been in a rebuilding process early on this year, but just what do you know about them? And obviously they have J.C. Cole, who's up for Miss Basketball along with Mindy. But
well, they've had some bad breaks. Their big post player from last year graduated, and then they still had a solid super team coming back, and they lost their point guard early in the season. So they've played a lot of games without her. And if you noticed, early in the year they took some hits without that kid. Once they became used to playing without her, and I'm sure they've regrouped, and now everybody's re-identified roles, and then of course they got a superstar with the Cove kid. So now they're playing really well. Early in the year, I think Clark Range beat them really, really bad, and now they're playing neck and neck with them every game. So this is probably one of the top teams in the state. Very high quality team, very well coached, very experienced. Come down here, like you said, every year they've won. I think as a program, 8 state championships or something like that. So they're no stranger to the state tournament. We really got our work cut out for us.
I guess when you come to these draws, though, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, everybody's battle tested, and I mean, they've earned their spot here. I mean, just the way the postseason's set up.
Yeah, there's not a bad team down here. Some teams have better records than others, but at this time of year, throw them records out anyway. I mean, everybody's 0-0. If you win, you get to play again. If you lose, you go home. So there's been a lot of teams through the years that's come down here with single-digit losses, 1, 2, 3 losses, and a team, like us with 11 losses, 10 losses, can upset them. So you just have to put it together for one game and win that one and try to move on. But you got to take it one day at a time.
What's key for your girls coming down here that first game? I mean, just trying to, I know last night you maybe struggled to get in the rhythm early.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the key, or is there certain areas you're going to focus on this week? Or?
We'd like to be off to a good start. Maybe do a little better job preparing. I need to do better with that. So maybe we'll find some information out on our opponent and hopefully get off to a better start, give ourselves a better chance, and not have to scrap and crawl from behind the whole night, like we did last night. But just work on us. We need to work on a lot of our stuff as well, and prepare for them at the same time. But I think just maintaining your composure and not letting the moment get to you too much. Just try to keep a good even keel, and maybe we'll have a good shot at winning.